My mother molested me. That's the line that dropped into my feed like a grenade with the pin pulled. No soft opening. No, hey guys, today's story is wild. Just those 5 words, and suddenly I'm sitting here with my coffee gone cold, my brain doing that thing where it just stutters like a glitchy VHS tape. Because what the actual hell do you even do with that? How do you process that? How do you react to that? Okay, I need to pause here. I need to take a breath. I need to remind myself that this isn't a movie script. This isn't some twisted Lifetime drama where the villain gets their comeuppance in the final act. This is real. This is someone's life, someone's childhood, someone's mother. So let's get one thing straight right now. I am not here to judge. I'm not here to say, oh my God, how could she? Or what kind of monster does that? Because the truth is, we don't know the full story. We don't know the years of trauma, the cycles of abuse, the way pain gets passed down like a cursed heirloom. All we have is this one person's account, a raw, unfiltered scream into the void of the internet. And it's our job to listen. But listen, that's the hard part. Because this story isn't just about molestation. It's about betrayal. It's about the person who is supposed to love you unconditionally, who is supposed to be your safe place, becoming the very thing that shattered you. And then, on top of that, it's about the other parent, the father who did the same thing, the family that didn't believe them, the isolation that comes when the people who are supposed to protect you turn their backs. So let's break this down. Because if we're going to sit with this kind of pain, we owe it to the person who shared it to understand it, even a little. First, let's talk about the father. Because this isn't just a story about a mother crossing a line. This is a story about generations of abuse, and how it seeps into every corner of a family like black mold. The poster says their father molested them from the time they were 2 years old until they were 11. That's not just abuse. That's torture. That's a childhood stolen before it even had a chance to begin. And here's the kicker. Nobody believed them. Not their immediate family. Not their extended family. Nobody. And why? Because, as the poster puts it, they just cannot fathom the idea that my father could inflict worse abuse than what they already knew of and experienced. Translation? They'd already accepted that the father was abusive in some way. Maybe emotionally, maybe physically, but the idea that he was a pedophile? That was a bridge too far. That was something they couldn't, or wouldn't, wrap their heads around. And that right there, that's the thing that makes my stomach twist. Because we've all heard stories like this before. We've seen the news reports. We've read the Reddit threads, or, as I like to call them, someone posted online. We know that abusers don't wear signs. They don't look like monsters. They look like fathers, like uncles, like teachers, like neighbors. And the people who love them, they rationalize. They minimize. They say things like, well, he never hit us, or he was under a lot of stress, or he didn't mean it. And in doing so, they become accomplices to the abuse, not by actively hurting the child, but by silencing them, by making them feel like their pain doesn't matter, by making them feel like they're the crazy ones. So when this person says their family downplayed their experiences before, I believe them. Because that's what families do. They protect their own, even when their own is the monster in the room. Now, let's talk about the mother. Because this is where things get even darker. The poster says the incident with their mother happened sometime last year, when they were 21 years old. That's not a child. That's an adult. And yet, the dynamic is the same. A parent crossing a boundary that should never be crossed. The poster describes it like this. Asterisk, she became inebriated and went on a long spiel about how I am just like my father in looks and behavior, which was somewhat offensive to me because I am afraid of becoming him. But I didn't say anything as to avoid hurting her feelings. She started feeling me up and tried to kiss me. Asterisk. Okay, let's sit with that for a second. First of all, feeling someone up? That's not just a drunken mistake. That's not just, oops, I had too much wine. That's grooming. That's sexual assault. That's a parent, someone who is supposed to be a guardian, treating their child like an object, like a toy. And the fact that it happened after a conversation about how the child resembles the abusive father? That's not a coincidence. That's calculated. That's manipulative. That's someone who, whether consciously or not, is trying to reclaim their child in the most twisted way possible. And then there's the part where the poster says they didn't say anything to avoid hurting their mother's feelings. Oh, honey, that right there? That's the real tragedy. Because it means this person has spent their entire life walking on eggshells, trying to avoid upsetting the people who hurt them the most. It means they've internalized the idea that their pain doesn't matter, that their boundaries don't matter, that their body doesn't belong to them, and that's the legacy of abuse. That's how it spreads, not just through the acts themselves, but through the silence that follows, through the way victims are taught to blame themselves, to minimize their own trauma, to pretend it didn't happen. Now, here's where things get really complicated. The poster adds this, asterisk, edit. I realized that this specific instance may not be considered molestation because there was no true sex. I'm not sure. Sorry if this is insensitive. Asterisk. Oh, sweet, broken soul. No. Let's get one thing very clear. Molestation is not defined by penetration. It's not defined by true sex. It's defined by power, by control, by violation. If a parent touches their adult child in a sexual way without consent, that's molestation. Full stop. It doesn't matter if it was a grope, a kiss, or something worse. The act itself is the violation. The intent behind it, to use their child as a sexual object, that's the real crime. And the fact that the poster is apologizing for even bringing this up, that's the saddest part of all, because it shows just how deeply the shame has taken root. How much they've been conditioned to believe that their pain isn't valid, that their experiences don't count. So where does that leave us? Where does that leave them? The poster says they feel very easily frustrated with their mother now. They say they feel badly because their mother keeps a roof over their head. They say they're unsure if they love her anymore. And they say they don't really feel anything towards her at all. And I get it. Because love isn't just a feeling. It's not just a warm, fuzzy emotion that stays the same no matter what. Love is conditional. It's earned. It's tested. And when the person who is supposed to love you unconditionally hurts you, asterisk repeatedly asterisk, it's okay to feel nothing. It's okay to feel anger. It's okay to feel betrayal. It's okay to feel nothing at all. But here's the thing. Even if you don't feel love for someone anymore, that doesn't mean you have to hate them. It doesn't mean you have to cut them off. It doesn't mean you have to make a drastic choice. Sometimes, the healthiest thing you can do is set boundaries. To say, I will not allow you to hurt me anymore. To say, I will not be your emotional punching bag. To say, I will protect myself, even if it means keeping you at arm's length. Because that's not punishment. That's self-preservation. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Asterisk, but what about the father? What about the family that didn't believe them? What about the fact that this person is dependent on their mother for housing? Asterisk. And you're right. Those are huge factors. And they make this situation so much more complicated. Because abuse doesn't just happen in a vacuum. It happens in real life, where people have to survive, where people have to eat, where people have to have a place to sleep. So what do you do when the person who hurt you is also the person who feeds you? When the person who violated you is also the person who keeps a roof over your head? Do you stay? Do you go? Do you try to confront them? Do you try to forgive them? Do you try to forget? There are no easy answers here, only painful ones. But here's what I do know. This person's